Hey. What's up, Coach?
Okay, you're gonna run with the starters tonight. We want to give you a look with the first unit, see how it goes.
That's what's up, Coach.
You earned it, Che. Right, but you gotta perform if you want it to stick.
Hey, not an issue.
You seem pretty confident.
Is that a bad thing?
No, just make sure that your work ethic matches your confidence.
Hey, man, you know I live in the gym. I got this.
All right, there's lots of guys in China and Europe who thought they made it before they did.
You know you just said the same thing 3 different ways.
So you get my point.
Yeah, understood, Coach.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Hey, good luck out there, kid.
Hey, thanks, Sarge. I appreciate you.
Hey, Che.
What's
I
up?
need you with the rest of the starters. We're gonna take a pic for social.
A picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go. All right, gentlemen, let's huddle up here for photo. Get all in there. All right, group up a little bit more. Okay, why don't you guys take a big step back? That look good? Okay. All right, thanks everyone. Thank you so much. It's gonna turn out fun.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David, DA, take it away.
Well, it was just a matter of time before Che was added to the starting lineup. And off the bench, sure not to rush Che and potentially overwhelm him. Either way, this does not look like it's a temporary switch. Guys?
Thank you for that, David. Greg, quite a few people have been expecting this to happen.
Yeah, with the amount of time Che spent in college, you figured he'd be polished coming into the league. The question was, would he buy in? And I think we've gotten our answer.
And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Let's take a look at Dallas. They've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And looking at Orlando, they are well beyond where we thought they'd be at this point in the season, making incredible strides and maintaining their momentum.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Doc, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Harris is out there with Monte Morris, and it's Porter in at the small forward. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
Now, here's Millsap. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. He can't hit that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. To the inside. Vucevic with the bucket.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Morris kicks to Porter. Goes up on the high post. And the shot is long. And the Magic with possession. Now here's Fultz. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah.
And you got to get a hand up on Fultz. I mean, he continues to show improvement from the mid-range area of the floor.
Now here is Morris. Rebound by the Magic. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
A long and tiring game, made worse, obviously, by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
The Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Up top, Porter. He's covered by Isaac. Porter passes to Millsap. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, right now, Millsap taking on the challenge and going right at him.
Fultz kicks to Isaac. Back to Fultz. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Fultz. Here is Doc. Isaac passes to Gordon. 4 on the clock. Magic moving the ball around. Doc. And he can't bank that one in. Nuggets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Good on the second free throw.
A great season for the Nuggets last year, winning the Northwest Division. Kind of a tough way to go out in the postseason for them as they lost to the Portland Trailblazers. But overall, a terrific direction and lots of room to grow that has them excited about the Denver Nuggets competing at an elite level this season.
You know, Brent, for what the Nuggets did last season, they show they're going to be a factor for years to come.
Well, they had big wins over a lot of key opponents last year. I mean, really stepping up to the level of their competition. And they demonstrated that they're one of the best teams in the Western Conference. But there is room to grow. Hopefully that motivation is something that gets them to the next level.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Harris, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Pass to Vucevic. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Sometimes guys come in with a great mindset trying to push the action until somebody stops him. Nobody there to do it that time.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And Daniels subbed in for Gary Harris. Now, here's Grant. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Back to Morris. Augustine grabs the board. Orlando leading by 7. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Daniels. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their two bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
And crucial that Bamba keeps evolving his perimeter game. Big men like him have to be able to shoot it.
Daniels with it. He's guarded by Fournier. High, arcing shot. The Magic have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now the pass to Ross. Here's the three. They get it back. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got 5 now.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul. For Denver, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And that one misses. Six seconds left to play in the first. Here's Morris. The layup off target. And so it's the Orlando Magic going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old, I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. There's like, I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Monte Morris, Plumlee out there with Van, and it's Daniels in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Now, here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Not his night so far. That's miss number 5 with no makes.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent. And sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room.
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry and how it'll be affected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Murray outside. Passes it to Fournier. A 3-ball. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Noah Vonleh. Millsap comes in for Mason Plumlee. Porter's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Gary Harris in for Monte Morris. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Aaron Gordon comes in for Zeller. Isaac's checked in for Murray. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Fournier. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. Free throw good, Porter. And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And the shot drops as they pick up 2 points from Doc.
Well, you can see the talent that Shea has even when he gets on the floor with limited minutes. His game is very polished from his years in college.
GA, you can see the improvement game to game, I think. Wouldn't be surprised to see his role grow over the course of the season.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. Can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Daniels kicks to Harris. And here's Daniels. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Fultz, the pass to Doc. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Fultz dishes to Gordon. Back to Fultz. From deep three-point range. That one's not going to go. And it's Denver the other way. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Denver. Torrey Craig comes in for Troy Daniels. Then for the Magic, Ross, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Doc. Pass to Ross. There's the triple. Rebound by the Nuggets. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. DJ Augustine picks one up.
And for a big man, Jokic is more than just a good free throw shooter. He is fantastic.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
No good on the second free throw. Magic leading by 6. Here's Augustine. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now Fultz. Here's Vucevic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. Fournier is checked in for Fultz. Good on both. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harris kicks to Craig. Outside, Porter. Out to the right wing. Jokic against Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Craig. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Vucevic. Here's Fournier. Here's Ross. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And so that's the end of the first half. Magic out in front, up by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Doc is out there with Markelle Fultz, and it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls there, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin, and, you know, the purist in me wants these referees to keep it fair, but understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Trailing here by 8. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. Got that one up quick. Fultz has got the first basket of the second half here for the Magic.
I just love the moves of Fultz. No wasted motion, dribbles with purpose, easily getting to where he wants with the ball.
Now, here is Morris. Harris trying to get free, and he makes good on the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Fultz. Pass to Isaac. Vucevic with it. Over Jokic. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And that's now 10 points for Vucevic.
That's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
The 6th pick back in 2017. 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Morris finds Harris. Hits it from three-point range.
The confidence that Gary Harris is playing with right now, he is ready to shoot once that ball touches his mitts.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Well, Brent, not many can deny that Gary Harris is an absolute pest on the defensive end.
Yeah, pretty relentless on that end of the floor. Defensively, he's rugged and tough, and he can cover a lot of ground with that lateral quickness.
A different look for Denver. Noah Vonleh comes in for Jokic, and it's Plumlee in for Paul Millsap. Then for the Magic, Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Zeller comes in for Aaron Gordon, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Fultz. Now, here's Isaac. The pass to Doc. Bamba with it. Vonleh on him. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Carter-Williams can't get it to go.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here's Vonleh. Zeller grabs the board.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Morris following the bucket by Orlando. Right side, Porter. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Passes it to Isaac. And he makes that one. Isaac's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Harris. There's a minute 40 left in the third. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Isaac misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Harris's shot is off. Magic leading by 13. Isaac with the ball. He's got 6. Knocked the pass to Bamba. And stolen by Vonleh. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Porter's got 6.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Isaac. The tray. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. A different look for Denver. Grant, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Torrey Craig in for Gary Harris. Orlando also making some changes. Terrence Ross is checked in for Isaac. Evan Fournier comes in for Doc. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. Morris dishes to Plumlee. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup. Plumlee's got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets.
That's what most want to see from Plumlee. Attack mode, pound the boards, have the confidence to finish off those kind of plays.
Morris against Augustine. Kicks it to Fournier. The pass to Ross from outside the arc. That shot is off. And we've reached the end of the third. Magic lead by 9. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Mike Malone moments ago with some words for his players. Coach Mike Malone moments ago trying to get each guy to believe in himself, believe that this still can happen.
And the players have to trust each other. It's going to take all 5 guys working together to recapture that momentum.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Morris is out there with Harris, and it's Grant in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Now here's Millsap. He gets that one.
Well, Millsap, the go-to guy here. This offense has some sets where they like to get him the ball in some isolation. Good work on the inside that time.
Grant against Ross. Fournier passes to Augustine. Back to Fournier. Ross for three. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that. You know, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
A second chance effort. Here's Vucevic. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Vucevic has got the lead up to 13 now for Orlando. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Denver calls timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Porter's checked in for Grant. Isaac's checked in for Orlando. Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys?
Thanks, David. And so here's Orlando. After the Nuggets pick up two. Count that one. 14 points for Vucevic.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Morris, left side. Millsap trying to get open. Morris dishes to Millsap. That one doesn't drop. Magic have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Isaac kicks to Fultz. Passes it to Vucevic. Over Jokic. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. And the Magic lead by 15.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Now, here is Morris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
First one falls for him. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him all of their concern mostly is about
The game.
the optics of the game.
Yes, yes.
And right now it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Here's Millsap after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Offensive rebound, Jokic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Doc the pass to Vucevic. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. And the Magic lead by 15.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Outside Gordon. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Che, talk to me about your first start. How did it feel out there? It looked like you were pretty comfortable.
You know what? I was kind of nervous at first. I was mostly just trying not to mess up, to tell you the truth. But yeah, man, you know what? I just want to give a big thanks to Coach for trusting, in me and giving me a chance to go out there and show everyone what I'm capable of. Everyone wants to, they want that shot to prove that you belong. And when it comes, well, if it comes, you just try to make the best of it.
Jay, do any moments from tonight really stand out to you? Something you'll remember years from now?
Man, that's a good question. I guess just, that feeling of having your name announced with the rest of the starters, feeling the vibe that the fans are putting out and taking in all that energy. It got me hyped. I felt like I could run through a brick wall after that. It was crazy.